We're up a little bit earlier than yesterday. The sun is now just coming out, and Sleepy showed up this morning, bright and early. So we wanted to say welcome. Before we get started, just thank you for tuning in and for sharing this little moment with your friends. We really appreciate it. To Suzanne, thank you for the phone call yesterday. Literally, I sat and just cried. It was so sweet. So we appreciate that. As with most things, there's the sharp plan and there's the one that gets revealed. So I was going to do this goofy song about falling in love with this guy in London. And then I got an email this morning from my friend Barbara. And she asked what song we might sing for her friend Eileen, who, like so many people, is dealing with loss from COVID. And for her, it's the loss of her brother. So I'm going to tell you the real story of the song, and then I'm going to tell you the new story of the song. I wrote this song because I love this show, So You Think You Can Dance. And one time we saw a kid dance on that show who was too young to be accepted, but they brought him up anyway. And while he was dancing, some of the guys from the Dragon House came in. And afterwards, they interviewed him, and a reporter stuck a mic in his face, and they said, so what was it like? And as he was answering the question, Twitch, one of my favorite dancers, who now does music for Ellen, came up behind him and tapped him on the shoulder. And the little kid turned around, and when he looked back at the camera, his eyes were just huge. And he said, this has been the best day of my life. And it got me to thinking, if someone stuck a mic in my face, what would I say were the best days of my life? So that's where this song came from. And then I was thinking today of those of us who've experienced sudden loss. We did with my mom. Oftentimes we get filled with regret of all the things we didn't do. And we need friends to come alongside us and remind us of all the things we did do. That person in my life is my brother. He often says, you know what, you gave Mom the best days of her life. And I would say to any of you experiencing loss, that person that you lost, that you loved, you gave them the best days of their life. So we're going to share this with you now. At the end of my life, at the end of my days, when the last sun is fading into a darkened sky, when the last song is over, the last words are sung, and the curtain falls upon a stage that's empty at the end. In the last surrender, in the final breath, in the last thought that lives inside my head, always remember when you face an empty night, you gave me the best days of my life. The risking of uncertainty, the facing of your fears, when you stood beside me shaken, not knowing what's ahead, the struggle through the steps a day, the tears that filled our youth, your tenacity in searching for the clarity of truth. In the last surrender, in the final breath, in the last thought that lives inside my head, always remember when you face an empty night, you gave me read that last verse to you because I don't want you to miss this. This life that's been cradled in the fierceness of your love, the arms that held in battle and shared the bitter tears. Every fiber of my being, every single light that shined was created in your presence and polished by the time. You gave me the best days of my life. I hope that encourages you today, friends. You're doing the best you can. And I want you to know, especially Eileen, I don't know you, but I know from Barbara what an encouragement you have been to her, and I'll bet you to everyone that you've ever encountered. For the rest of us, we'll use you as an example today, and we're going to go forth in the middle of this crazy time, and we're going to be an encouragement to all the little soldiers on the battlefield today to be safe, to love each other from a distance, and to help someone have the best day of their life today. All right? So thanks, friends. Grab a second cup of coffee or not. Take a look out the window. It's beautiful outside, and we've loved spending this time with you this morning. Oops. Nothing like a bad chord to end the day. So farewell.
Bye, folks.
Yeah, great to see you this morning. Bye.